The first quarter market report is here. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So this quarter had less home sales than previous quarters. As you can see here, we're comparing 2021, 22, 23. The total homes sold, you're typically looking a little bit north of 100 homes. And this year, we were low. In the beginning of the year, extremely slow, not a lot of movement. However, the average price hasn't fluctuated that much. And what's important about that is that interest rates have since the last couple of years. So we're looking about from 483, 566, and 651. So home prices are still up. Interest rates are up as well. So that means that everything's just more expensive. The price per square foot, we're looking at $378 a square foot, whereas last year we were in the low 300s in the beginning of the year. And then we've jumped back to 49 days at the end of this quarter. So whereas last year was taking a little bit quicker for the homes to sell, and I could definitely tell this. So now let's go subdivision, neighborhood by neighborhood, with the first one being Westchester. So in order to really break down Westchester, I go from 8th Street to Bird Road, from 97th to the 826. And here I have some information on that. But you can also see the home sales are down here. So 45 homes, 51 homes, and we're at 30 homes this year. The price per square foot also increased. We're at 381 in this area with an average price of 655. The one that sold for the highest wasn't much different from the one last year, 850 almost. The one that sold for the lowest for 515. So the low end has really gone up. And the market days has gone down at 36 days. Important to know. You can compare it. I like quarter reports better because it really gets enough data for us to be able to make an objective comparison. Now, Olympia Heights. Olympia Heights is just south of Westchester. You're looking at from Bird Road to Miller with this little area called Sunkist Estates. It does go from Tropical Park all the way to 102nd. And what we're going to look at here is that it was slow, but in 2021 it was also a little bit of a slow quarter for Olympia Heights. So 16 homes, the average price was $677,000. The average price per square foot was $384 a square foot. And just to go back to the average price, it did increase substantially last year. And then this year, it's not as much. It also can be because we have less home sales, and we have to look at this part. The highest sold last year, 2.35, which is going to bring up the average. And the highest sold here is 1.9. The lowest sold was 370, whereas the lowest sold here is 392. And the days on market are definitely higher, 53 days. So good to know. So this is the area of Olympia Heights. Now, next one, University Park. University Park is west of Westchester. And this includes FIU, the 97th. So 97th is that divider. And then you have the Turnpike to Bird Road. So this chunk right here also has, it's a big plot of land, has a lot of homes, has more townhomes than the other areas, but less home sales this year also. So 35, 33, and then 29 this year. The average price did increase, so it's consistent with all this data at 677. The average price per square foot, we're looking at 341. The highest sold, 1.4 million. The lowest sold, 350. And market days have increased, 60 days, about 2 months for homes to sell. So if you're going to be selling your home in University Park, expect for it to be on the market for about 60 days. Now, Westwood Lakes, smaller subdivision, not as many home sales. There's only about 90 home sales here a year. A lot of waterfront properties, and it's just west of Olympia Heights. It goes from 102nd, Bird to Miller, and the Turnpike. So it just goes from this chunk right here. It has tropical estates. It has a bunch of nice little areas that people don't know about. And we're kind of similar to 2021. Last year was an anomaly. We definitely had a lot of home sales. But the average price is $570,000. The average price per square foot, we're looking at $434 a square foot. I know that this area typically has smaller homes. So when you have smaller homes, and you're comparable, even if the home sells for 500,000, 400,000, if it's just 900 square feet, that price per square foot goes up. Whereas if you have a giant mammoth home that's 5,000 square feet, usually that price per square foot goes down. But regardless, I digress. We're looking at the highest at $995,000, the lowest at $310,000, and the market days are at 50 days. Sunset. Okay, so Sunset, this is the area right south of Olympia Heights and Westwood Lakes, and it goes to the Snapper Creek. So you're following this Ronald Reagan Turnpike, the Snapper Creek, and then here we divide it straight up on 87th. And this area, 14 homes sold, whereas the last couple of years, there was more. The prices have gone up, $881 as opposed to the beginning of last year, $819. The price per square foot also $390 a square foot. The highest sold went down this quarter, 1.6 million, whereas the lowest went up, so 530, and it's taking way longer for homes to sell, 84 days. So that's it for the market update for this quarter. If you'd like to stay updated, my newsletter is below, so make sure you sign up, and that way you can receive all this information by email. I'll send all this out, and then I do these analysis for my YouTube channel. So that's it, and I hope this is helpful.